Hey friends, Sarah here. Welcome back to another video, and it is accurately titled the final Lego City update because this is the final Lego City update for this specific layout. However, Porky the Pig has it all wrong because the best is yet to come. Okay, so I know that sounds really ominous, big, like crazy, like Sarah, the city is looking good, it's coming along. You have streets in place, you've got a canal in place, you have tons of buildings, it's going good, why are you changing it? So basically, I'm getting a little bored with this layout. I feel like, in my opinion, the grid style layout on a single elevation on the table, like you see before you, just does not have a lot of room for a whole lot of extensive detail, especially if you're in a small space. So although the room around me is actually pretty big, the area where the Lego City is going to live is not going to be the entire room. So we need to keep the tables down to a minimum, but yet I still want to add a ton of cool detail. And I think that the best way to do that is if we move the city against the wall, into a corner, and actually bring in some elevation and use the vertical space in the room more than the horizontal space. I think we can have a lot more interesting things going on with just a simple shift of the tables in the room and a few additions of elevated tables.
All right, guys, before we move around the city for one final time, let's go in, use our bricks and pieces, and build up some canals. All right, guys, look what just arrived in the mail. So this should be all the materials to finish up some of the boardwalk along the canal here.
But we have made so much progress in the Lego City so far this year in 2022 that I really wanted to give a final overview and recap of the sets that are in the city, the progress we've made in the city, and actually use it just as a placeholder in case the other idea fails miserably. At least I can look over this and know how to put the city back. So this will serve a couple purposes in that respect. I want to be able to see the fronts of all my buildings, and I would love to just be able to set up more action along the streets. However, we've made some great strides in this city. So let's not talk about the future plans just yet. Let's recap this city and what we have in the city, because there are about 35 different sets that we've added to the city over the last few months, and there's some classic ones, there's retired ones, we've got new sets, we've got old sets, we've got it all. We've got this fabulous canal that we finished off all of the trans blue tiles that we had in our stock, just so you guys could see the canal as finished as possible. You can see it's Spider-Man in a kayak, and we've got a whole bunch of fun little things going on. I thought I'd bring out some of my favorite minifigs for you today just to kind of brighten up the city street a little bit. And actually the boardwalk was a fantastic idea for this layout because I have the smaller streets without sidewalks, and it's actually kind of hard to see down the roads anyway. The boardwalk in front by the canal just gives you so much area to show off fun figs, doing fun things, and the canal is a nice addition to add in some little boats and surfers and rafts. So I'm really thrilled with the way this is turning out. Makes me question if I should change it or not, but again, I can use this video to go back and unchange it, but I think we're in for a really fun journey over the next year. The canal really started off this feeling of wanting to transition into something a little bit more. You can see that we have a custom bridge here, and the canal is somewhat done in front of the blacksmith and the other modulars. I did not continue the canal work down the back, as you can see the black plates there, just because if we're going to be moving the city around, I may not have it quite in that fashion, but we are absolutely going to leave a ton of the canal, as much canal. Even if I'm adding more canal, there's going to be a lot of water in this new city. And I have so loved adding in the canal to this city. I feel like it's already brought so much extra depth and color to it, the layout itself, and brings to life the figures and the models a ton more. Here you can actually see the boardwalk and the guardrail or fence structure that I chose to go along the canal, and I think that it really blends in very nicely with the modulars without taking away from or distracting the rest of the scenery. And you can see you can have a great view of all sorts of figs doing fun things, such as that stormtrooper on a skateboard, or Shark Boy, maybe he's getting ready to jump over the guardrail and go back into the ocean. And as I mentioned, in the medieval area, which we are still going to keep in the new city layout as it comes along, we changed up the boardwalk to be more of an older wooden style boardwalk with the palisade bricks and the 1x1 cylinders and a bit more of a studded surface. You can see Shaggy and Scooby are going to check out that mermaid, and we've got some video characters playing in a band. We have a Ninjago guy on a raft. There's surfers, so it's a really fun way to add in even more details. But we do lose the cars. I don't have big roads, so I don't have big cars, which is fine for me because I actually love all of the water sports a little bit more. You can check out this view of the old fishing store, and we have the bird watcher observing the toucan. We have a diver going in with a sea turtle. We have some guys on paddle boards and getting ready to surf, and just a few people with some popsicles and balloons just kind of enjoying the scenery. So it's been a really fun adventure building this. It's just something completely different that I thought I would have in the city, and I absolutely love it. Here you'll see a special nod to my friend Tanjam, or Tanner. You guys have probably heard of him. If not, this is his sig fig. And we've got him in the city. We always have him somewhere in the city, but we thought we'd put him in a bucket floating down the canal with his bottle and his ducky floaty. I love all the characters that are wearing costumes. You'll actually see another Shark Boy behind him and two of the dogs. I think that they add so much color and character to the city. So although we have a few of the buildings lit, of course, the cat made good work of the wires on many of them, which is another reason that we are considering moving the city to a different type of layout so that we can light the buildings and keep the wires tucked away from her more safely. Luckily, the corner garage truck is still lit because the wires are very much encased underneath there. You can see there is the battery pack for that, and I thought I'd turn it on just to have a little bit of light up in the city. We have some guys playing music here in the front of the walkway. We have a hot dog guy selling hot dogs. We've got the chocolate bunny and a teddy bear, and again, Spider-Man. So a lot of fun characters are cruising down the canal and the street in the city today. How you doing? We got Joey and Chandler cruising down the canal, getting noticed by the llama girl and the giraffe guy. We've got the roadrunner, and we have my chicken guy. My chicken guy is one of my absolute favorite minifigs. I have had him since my son was probably about 7. So that would be, what do we got, 5-6 years now? So I've had that chicken guy for so long. I always need to know where the chicken guy is, and the chicken guy will always be in the city. He is my man, that chicken. So this week I actually decided to add in an extra small street. You'll see that I did not create an additional road or put anything else in the middle just to not interrupt the size of the canal that we have going on. Unfortunately, I can't finish the canal because I ran out of the 999 1x2 trans blue tiles that I just got. So we're definitely gonna need another order of 999. But I added this street because I had some of my custom modulars on it that you've seen, including the pizza shop, the toy store, the very small florist shop here on the end. It just was a way to use up those buildings a little bit and add a little to the city. As you can see, we've got a lot of work going on. I've been working on a cool arcade remock of my past arcade shop, and that's coming along really nicely. I do want to add some finishing touches to it, but for now I think it's pretty well complete, and it will have a new home in the new city. But I do like this little extra street on the side. It's actually kind of neat to look down and see a very clustered, crowded street scene. It's actually a pretty cool look, and I hope to incorporate that into the next city. So as you can see, I have the beekeeper, and I just moved him so he's checking out the bee girl on top of the florist shop. And we have got Corn Guy, we've got Bugs Bunny holding a carrot. I have two pea girls, but that's fine. She looks really cute in front of all the greenery. Another flower girl, you can see the blue flower girl, and then you can see a purple flower girl down the back. And I actually have a butterfly girl that we'll bring out. Oh, he's a butterfly girl. She's super cute too, so she would actually look really good in front of we don't even have room. Here, we'll stick her right there in front of the florist shop as well. And we've got the tree guy. He's taking a picture of something in the water that is not there yet, but it will be. I'll make sure he has something to take a picture of. And then Ninjago City Docks is complete. We're on to building Ninjago City right now, and this will be so much fun to incorporate into the new city layout. If you remember from some of my past plans, this whole space in here is intended to be water and a Ninjago city as well. So I'm even hoping to add some of my own custom Ninjago City creations to make even a much more fuller city, in addition to the garden set, the dock set, and the city set. So I'd like to add some custom to that, but we will carry that over into the new city layout. But I'm super excited to have this set built. This is one of my top most wanted sets, and we were able to pick it up this year, so that is fantastic. And I do have these awesome modulars to add into the city as well at some point. Hopefully we'll have some extra space with the new type of layout to add in some of these extras. As you can see, the Ghostbusters headquarters is actually pretty gigantic, and I've struggled to add it to any other layout. So this might be the perfect opportunity to make sure to find a place for it. And I'm actually thinking about taking the El Cubo Art Cafe and building the 2 extra floors out of it to add to the boutique hotel. So, or I'll buy another boutique hotel. I'm not really sure about that. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. All right, guys, so that is it. That's the final Lego City update for this version of our Lego City by the Canal. And I think it looks pretty impressive. I'm pretty excited about what I have accomplished so far. And I'm pretty excited about the direction that we're going to take it. And I actually want to take you along for the ride with this new adventure. So starting with the next Lego City update, we're going to start building this elevated city, front-facing city from scratch together. We're going to have a lot of work to do. We're going to have to hit up Home Depot. We're going to have to move a lot of modulars. We'll be getting rid of all of that along the back there, and we'll be tucking this whole entire table up into that corner. It's going to be a massive undertaking, but we're going to show you the process from start to finish. So if you want to sort of tackle a city layout like what we're going to be doing, you'll know where to start. So guys, make sure to give us a comment. Tell me what you think about this new city idea. If you're new here, make sure to give a like to the video and subscribe. And yeah, check us out in the next Lego City update. Stay safe and happy building.